Horizon d'Afrique, a production of Kwasambia African TV, bridging Africa to the world.
This program is brought to you by Restoring Dignity and
YATES Illuminates.
Together we are YATES.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much again for tuning in on Kwasambia African TV. This is Horizon d'Afrique, a program of your favorite channel here in Omaha, Nebraska. We are broadcasting out of the studio Thomas Sankara. And today I'm having another guest to follow through with a series of these interviews with some of the members of the YATES initiatives. A couple of weeks ago, we had the opportunity to talk to Kathy Wise, who was able to illuminate us on the project and what's going to happen with the YATES. And today I'm having another special guest. This is Hannah. Hannah, how are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Excellent. Hannah, good to have you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, Hannah, you are the founder and executive director of Restoring Dignity.
Yes.
Now, when I first heard about it, I couldn't help but figure out why Restoring Dignity. Why the name Restoring Dignity? What is it all about?
Yeah, so Restoring Dignity started in 2012. We started with a home makeover for a South Sudanese family that had lost a child in a very tragic way, and we just stepped up as volunteers to bring them what they needed in their home. They were living in absolute poverty, and we felt that their dignity it felt like it had been stripped away from them.
Right.
And so we created this volunteer project as a way to restore things back to their life that had been taken away.
Right.
And so over the years, it has grown into an organization that's now a nonprofit, and we served over 7,000 refugees in Omaha last year.
Yes. Now, Hannah, thank you so much, on behalf of the community for what you're doing. Clearly, as we've seen with the group of people we've talked to, with regards to the YATES initiatives, we're still trying to figure out what's the relationship between the Restoring Dignity and the YATES initiatives. How do you guys work together?
Yeah, so we are going to be a partner agency within the YATES building, and since we serve the refugee community, it's a perfect fit for the building. So our hope is that we bring something new to the building and we bring services that other agencies do not, and so together we'll be able to really effectively serve the refugee and immigrant community.
Right, excellent. Well, thank you so much. Again, to our viewers tuning in, we are here in Horizon d'Afrique, a program of Kwasambia African TV. Again, we're following through with the YATES initiatives and all of the organizations here in Omaha, Nebraska, working together to bring a one-stop service to immigrants and refugees here in town. Now, Hannah, to come back to the, the Restoring Dignity, when did you start the initiative, and what is so far your vision? And as an organization, where do you see Restoring Dignity going, a year from now?
Yeah, so we started in 2012, and then we got our nonprofit status. We applied for it in 2018. We got it in 2019. So over the past 2 years, we have really grown. We offer a lot of different programs that are unique to the Omaha area, and our vision for the future is that we are going to continue providing services that are lacking in the community, so that families really have resources to things that they really need. Right.
Now, but before diving into some of the programs and services that Restoring Dignity is providing, or at least seeking to provide to the community, could you kind of talk to us a little bit about how do you see the state of immigrants and refugees here in the state of Nebraska? I mean, it goes without saying that the community it keeps growing. How do you assess that? What do you think the flux of immigrants coming here is growing? What is it about Nebraska that is attracting people here?
Yeah, so there are a lot of people coming to Nebraska right now, both refugees and immigrants, who were maybe resettled to other cities and came here. The big thing is jobs. There's a lot of jobs, especially in factories and the meatpacking industry. The schools are good. The housing is a lot more affordable, and there's a lot of community. People move here so that they can be part of a bigger community.
Right. Now, what has so far been your assessment of some of the let's say some of the difficulties, issues that, obstacles and challenges some of these immigrants have experienced here, or the refugees settling here in Nebraska? What have been some of those issues so far?
Yeah, I think a lot of the obstacles would revolve around maybe not making enough income to be able to live the quality of life that they would like to and that they deserve to live. I think also substandard housing is a huge issue that we've really battled with, and I think that we have really fought for some legal remedies that should hopefully help to reduce the amount of substandard housing that's in Omaha.
Excellent, excellent. Right. Now, you know, I do understand that it takes a village, right? That definitely takes a village to get there. Well, what do you think is, you know, is restoring dignity working with some of the decision-making bodies in the state of Nebraska? I believe that, you know, as an organization, you know, you have your partners. What do you think has been the response from the legislations here in, you know, in Nebraska in terms of making it easier for refugees and immigrants?
Yeah, I would say that it has definitely gotten better. And I think over the past couple years, there has really been a focus both in our city, our county, and our state to make sure that Nebraska is more welcoming, but also to set up these safeguards that people don't get taken advantage of just because they don't speak English. So we've been working with the Omaha City Council, and we got mandatory rental inspections passed that will start this next year. And so hopefully that will cut down on some of the issues that we've been seeing with housing.
Excellent. Now, specifically with Restoring Dignity, what are these programs that you guys are looking into to kind of tackle these issues, or what's available?
Yes, so we do offer housing advocacy, and we will be, basically, we are a liaison between a family and the landlord, and we help to get repairs made. And we also, if the landlord is refusing to make repairs, then we go with the family and report it to city code so that those issues can get taken care of. Our biggest program right now is actually an education program. It's our cleaning education program, and what we do is we go into family homes one-on-one, and we teach how to take care of a Western-style home with American cleaning supplies. And a lot of families are so thankful because, you know, they're like, we didn't know what to use to clean the toilet bowl or to clean the glass. And so we teach families what to do, and then they're able to be self-sustaining and keep the healthy homes that they've always wanted.
Now, and you hit something very important to me, because I recall the years moving here in the United States. It wasn't as easy to be able to, you know, assimilate to the new culture, the new, you know, how to use certain things that, you know, but getting to the point of self-sustainability, how do you see Restoring Dignity working with these families? Do you have programs where you will visit people, and how does that work?
Yeah, so right now,
do we have to subscribe to a membership program? How does that work?
Yeah, no membership. Everything is free. The only requirement is you have to have come to the United States with refugee status. And it doesn't matter how long you've been here. So we're working with families that have been here 10 or 15 years, and no one has ever taught them how to use the American cleaning products all in English to take care of their homes. And so we're teaching them this, and it's like a light bulb moment. People are like, oh my gosh, this is so simple. Why didn't somebody teach me this right from the beginning? It would have made my life so much easier. So in addition to this, we're also working on getting a homeowners education class started as well, where refugee homeowners can be taught, you know, how do you change the air filter in your air conditioning system? How do you turn the water off if there's an emergency? So that's our next project that we want to launch next summer.
Now, understanding that, you know, all is digital at this time, is there any online platform, you know, where, you know, people that you help can actually go online and read more about it? I mean, I guess the question I'm asking is, how do I get a hold of Restoring Dignity as an immigrant or a refugee or an aspiring refugee coming to Nebraska? How do we get a hold of you?
Yeah, I would say the best way would be our website, rdomaha.org, and you can fill out a little form online. It's really short, and then we will contact you about our services. Or you can also text our number at 402-370-9777, and we can work on getting services set up that way.
Thank you. Once again, to our viewers, we are here in Horizon d'Afrique talking about the YATES initiatives and partnering organizations here in Omaha, Nebraska, teaming up to bring a one-stop service to immigrants and refugees coming to Nebraska. And Anna is here. She is the founder director of the Restoring Dignity, and we're trying to talk about what is it that Restoring Dignity is going to do with the YATES initiatives to make it at least easier for the integration of these immigrants coming here. Now, for these people watching you today, I'm specifically talking about immigrants at this point, aspiring to move from a different state and come to Nebraska. What do you think would be the most attractive aspect of moving here in Nebraska and having a feeling of being taken care of?
Yeah, so I can specifically speak to Omaha because that's where we are, but we do have a very supportive system here, especially with Omaha Public Schools. Very supportive. They have an entire department devoted to refugees and immigrants, working with kids, helping to acclimate them.
Right.
And it's also very easy to get a job here, which I think is important. The housing is more affordable.
Right.
And we do have really big communities from all over the world. And so I feel like if you come here, you're not going to feel alone.
Right. Wow, how beautiful. Now, Hannah, this is a more personal question to you. There is this African expression, Ubuntu, which basically means that I am who I am to be at best as long as you are who you are to be at best, right? We are all interconnected. Let me ask you this. Why did you decide, what is so personal to you about getting involved with the integration of refugees and immigrants? Why do you care?
So the reason that I care is because if I were a refugee or an immigrant and I moved to another country, I would want somebody to take my hand and show me, how can I acclimate to this new place? Who's going to be my friend? Who's going to help me get established here? And so I feel like I'm just doing what I would want somebody to do for me.
Right.
I can't even imagine moving to another country, not knowing the language, not knowing anybody, and then just being all alone with no resources. It's not even humane.
Right. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Hannah. And we stay within the line of this question. And can you talk to our viewers today that are watching you, share what you have as a feeling personally, that are trying to do the same? What do you think should be the steps? What do you think somebody should do to, I don't know, if start a Restoring Dignity organization, or what's the motivation there?
Yeah, so I think anybody could start what we've started. I think that you just have to have a heart for people, and you have to be able to reach out to the community that you're working with and work alongside them, not tell people what to do, but actually ask what do you need, what do you want, how can I be of service to you?
Right.
And connect with people, local churches, local organizations, and once you get together as a group, you can do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, Hannah, and this is so great that you have such a personal connection in making sure that people arriving here in Nebraska are taken care of. Now, what do you think these immigrants already here, people already established in town, what do you think they can contribute to help out to what Restoring Dignity is doing?
Yeah.
How can we help?
Yeah, so we can always use volunteers at our donation center. We have a community donation center where families can come and get furniture for free to help get established here in their homes, so they could come volunteer. You can sign up on our website. Right now we're doing a window air conditioning drive, so we're collecting window air conditioners to install for free in the homes of refugees who don't have air conditioning. So if you want to drop off an air conditioner, you could. Obviously it costs money to run an organization like this, but I think perhaps the most important thing for people who are former refugees themselves is contacting us and letting us know if there's things that we could be doing better, or reaching out to your community and forming a group and letting us know how we can help. Right.
Now, let me ask you this. It goes without saying that COVID-19 it's just been a challenge for everybody throughout this few years. I mean, last couple of years, I would say. How do you think, or what was Restoring Dignity's response, in these communities while we were battling COVID-19?
Yeah, so we actually served more people last year than ever before because of our response to COVID. So what we did is we actually started producing videos on our Facebook page and YouTube page in 14 different languages. So we've created over 300 videos, and we translated the news that Douglas County was putting out, that the governor was putting out about COVID, about the mask mandates. So that's been huge. We mailed out masks to over 11,000 households.
In Nebraska?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm trying to think what else we did. We did so much. We called people, we referred them to agencies if they needed help with unemployment.
Right.
And then we continued our services during COVID. We had to change it a little bit at the beginning. Now,
let's talk about the connection again with the YATES initiative. Were you approached by the YATES Foundation, or how did that happen?
So we were working together to ensure that the YATES building remained a stronghold in the refugee community when it was being sold by Omaha Public Schools.
Right.
So we were partners together trying to keep the building from being sold to a developer.
Right.
Because YATES is so important. It has been a stronghold in the refugee community for years, and we wanted to keep it that way.
How do you assess that the new acquisition of the building with the YATES is really going to make easy the actions that Restoring Dignity is doing?
I think it's going to make it easier because people are going to be able to know that they can come to the building and find us.
Right.
And if there's another agency that doesn't provide the services that we do, they can just walk them right down the hall.
Right.
And introduce the family to us, and then we can provide our services.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, in the state of Nebraska, and I was discussing to another guest the other day, we're counting so many Africans, you know, and immigrants from all parts with voting rights here. What do you think should be the role of Restoring Dignity in making sure that the immigrants and refugees here in the state of Nebraska at least are able to use their voting powers, their ability to participate in the legislature here?
Yeah, this is huge. So what we were doing a couple years ago at community events is we would have the League of Civic Nebraska,
right.
and I believe League of Women Voters came too, but they set up tables so that people could get registered to vote
Yes.
at the events that we were throwing. So every community event that we have done,
Right.
there has been voter registration at each of those events
Right.
before COVID.
Right, excellent.
Yeah.
Well, Anna, thank you so much. It was so glad to have you here. To our viewers tuning in, once again, we are here at YATES African TV, and we're talking about the Restoring Dignity, a partner of the YATES initiative. We have Hannah. Hannah is the director, and she's the founder and director of the Restoring Dignity here in Omaha, Nebraska, addressing the immigrants and refugees communities here to join the initiative and be part of this that is going to make a change here in the community. Hannah, to those watching here today, one final word, something you want people to know about you and the organization.
Yeah, so we are here to serve our refugee communities, and we just want to make life easier. We want to be the friend that helps you get established here, because that's what we would want you to do if we had moved to your country. We would want you to help us, and so we're doing the same thing.
Now, before I let you go, and we do this to our guests, right? If you were the governor of Nebraska or the mayor of the city of Omaha, what would be your power vote? What would be your power legislation to make sure that, you know, this that you're working for comes through?
So the power vote, I think, would have to focus on housing, affordable housing. I don't know how exactly that would happen, but making sure there is more affordable housing that is in good condition so that families don't have to suffer in substandard conditions.
Right, excellent. Well, thank you so much again, ladies and gentlemen. This was Hannah of the Restoring Dignity. We will continue. Hannah will be back again to talk to us more with her team about the Restoring Dignity partnership with the YATES ILLUMINATES initiative here in Omaha, Nebraska. Hannah, it was a pleasure to have you here, and I'm sure our guests will be delighted to have you more, you know, with your team to talk more about what Restoring Dignity is doing. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Horizon d'Afrique, a production of YATES African TV, bridging Africa to the world.
This program is brought to you by Restoring Dignity and
YATES Illuminate.
Together We Are YATES.